The next question I'm often asking when I'm working through with our clientele and with various organisations is where did the players come from in terms of their load over the program, both internally and externally, and being able to identify both individual and squad trends to determine if they're actually progressing as expected. Very simple kind of visuals here of where we're at currently in terms of the current session, or this could be a rolling window of some sort, again, depending on your fixture, your schedule, how you train. What does this typically look like compared to a similar session, an average of some sort? And then I've just got a really basic display of, do they sit within their standard 10 score? So just a recap there, this is converting a Z score to a 1 to 10 scale. Typically, with the way it's calculated, and you can adjust it depending on your kind of philosophy around what's a meaningful change in terms of standard deviation. But typically 5.5 sits as they're on par with exactly their average. So you can see here we're slightly lower than their average in this given session, and potentially how it's been tagged. And there's some really great papers. One that I'd recommend reading, Heidi Thornton, Jace Delaney and co. Wrote a really good summary of athlete monitoring systems and the different analysis and visualization approaches in this space. But you can look, and I know there's lots of debate around this as well, about having some discrete ranges in terms of what you see as optimal, say a low load compared to their individual average, a high, and then a very high as well. So a quick snapshot there. Within the platform, obviously everything here is very dynamic in terms of how I can look at certain periods throughout the season, whether that be looking at maybe leading into the restart of seasons and what the loads have looked like there, after breaks, coming off seasons, whatever that may be. I can get really specific in terms of how I'm trying to analyze this information and dig down to those specific kind of times of season. Everything throughout the visualizations here are interactive as well, which is really great in terms of being able to see and click through and actually identify what individuals had responded in I guess what way in terms of this information. So a really kind of nice way to have the general kind of group view, and then be able to click through and determine if someone is kind of creeping that average up or whatever that may be.